I guess we may as well just start with the biggest game of the week, San Francisco at Philly. Niners taking all the money. There are threes in most places now, 47.5. MVP may be at stake. Home field in the playoffs may be at stake. Super Bowl, so much at stake here. Will, I haven't heard one person make the case for the Eagles yet. Will you?
You're not going to hear one here. I like San Francisco now. I'm not crazy about laying 3. There was, 1.5 all the way up to 2.5. Like, you missed the boat, so maybe you play a cheaper money line, the cheapest money line you can find, so you don't sort of middle yourself here, side yourself. I just think this is a great spot for San Francisco. Extra rest. They didn't play since Thanksgiving, and that was a ho-hum game where they basically just took the foot off the gas the entire second half, so they have 10 days off. Meanwhile, Philly played Monday night against Kansas City Thanksgiving week, down to the wire. Then they play the Bills, basically play a fifth quarter. That goes down to the wire. They get all banged up. They play almost 100 plays on defense. And now you're going to turn around and play San Francisco, who's rested, who's out for blood, playoff revenge after last year. And I just hope we see a fair fight. I mean, last year Purdy got hurt, and I know people say, Philly would have won anyway. We have no idea what would have happened. San Francisco was a good team. They are a good team. I think San Francisco gets it done here.
Sammy, any thoughts?
I've tried to take Philly out the last 2 weeks, and it hasn't gone well. I'm like a wounded animal right now. I mean, Kansas City was better for 3 quarters. Eagles win. Buffalo was better for maybe 4 quarters. Eagles win. It's tough to step in front of a team that not only has 1 loss, but keeps finding ways to cover. They are 8-1-2 at the window. Not only are they the best regular season record team, they are the best cover team in the league. I want to go against them again, but I might be living under a bridge. I want to say this, though. Is Jalen Hurts, as good as he's been in the last 3 weeks, is he really the MVP of the NFL right now? I know he's the betting favorite.
No.
What are we talking about? He's not the best player in football right now. He's the quarterback of the best team. And I think this is the new age voting of the MVP. We're just going to give it to the most important player, wink, wink, the quarterback on the best team. I can't wrap my hands around Jalen Hurts being a $2 favorite to win the MVP. I just don't get it.
Well, here's what I would do, Sammy, if I were you, because I know Will and I think we've all talked about it on like Brock Purdy at 14-1 or 16-1, whatever he is now for MVP. I think if you like the Niners here, I think you just play Purdy to win MVP, because in order for him to win the MVP, they need to win in Philly. If they don't win in Philly, he's not winning the MVP. But if they win, you're going to see this number get absolutely slashed. And then that opens up a lot of opportunities. But I think that's the way to potentially play this, because I think if the Niners win here, you're looking at a team that's probably going to go 13-4, 14-3, if they can win out. And he probably will. But you're right. It's turned into a default quarterback award. A quarterback on a number 1 or a number 2 seed has had a great year. You got to go back. What was it? 2012 when Adrian Peterson, I think, won it.
Yeah.
And he's the last non-quarterback to win it. So while I think we all think that Tyreek Hill is well deserving of the MVP, and there are other players who are probably deserving of the MVP, it probably will go to another quarterback. I wanted to go back to what you've both been mentioning about the Eagles and what Sammy said, and talk to you about this, Geoff. Because if you look at the Eagles game, when you talk about the extra rest that the Niners have, playing the overtime game against the Bills, the Monday night game on a short week against the Chiefs, the emotional rivalry game against the Cowboys that you probably should have lost as well. Like, we talk about it when we handicap these games about spots and perfect time, perfect situation, like cumulative effect of all those games. Is that real, or is that just bullshit that we make up?
I think it's real during the regular season. I mean, obviously when it comes to playoff time, there's a different energy, and so you're able to withstand sort of that. But this is the Eagles have played very physical games now for weeks on end. The Niners are well rested. That does matter. They have extra rest. They play on Thanksgiving. They have more rest. And when you have a team like the Eagles that have older players, especially in the offensive defensive lines, I think it does matter to have less rest and play more physical games. And it's not, look, mentally, they're going to be perfectly prepared for this game. They're not going to not be prepared. But as the season gets longer, you sort of those bumps and bruises get a little bit tougher to rehab when you have games where you keep having to be very violent and physical and kind of win the game on the backs of your offensive defensive line. So I do think it does matter in this game, because the thing about it, when you're the Eagles too, you get everyone's best shot. And now you get the Niners, who feel like they should have beaten you, 6 months ago, 7-8 months ago. They're rested, they're healthy. I like the Niners first half, guys. I think Niners come out with a very scripted game plan, get on track very early, and then to Sammy's point, the Eagles just find a way to win. Eagles in the second half of games have played much better than the first half of games, right? So I think, to me, at least recently they have, obviously. I think, to me, Niners first half is the way to play. Even maybe Niners first quarter, just the way they come out in this game, fresh, prepared. I'm sure that Kyle Shanahan and staff have thought about this game now, Bear, for months on end. They've game planned this game for months on end. They're going to have a great plan early in the game, and we'll see if the Eagles can adjust to what the Niners can do. So I think Niners first half is the way to play this one.
Bear Bets full episodes drop twice a week right here on the Bear Bets YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe to stay ahead of the odds, and let's celebrate all of our wins together.